Karachi is not just a city. Karachi is Pakistan's economic engine. Karachi feeds the country, funds the federation, and sustains Sindh's finances. And yet, Karachi is forced to live like an abandoned colony. This is not a breaking news story. This is not a one-time tragedy. This is a pattern, a system, and a crisis built over decades. Tonight, we expose how corruption, neglect, and deadly governance failures have turned Karachi into a city where survival itself has become an everyday struggle. On a quiet night, flames rose from Gul Plaza, a multi-story commercial building packed with shops, workers, and shoppers. What should have been a routine emergency became a nightmare. Fire spread floor by floor. Smoke trapped people inside. Exits were blocked. Fire safety systems were either absent or non-functional. Rescue teams arrived, but too late. By the time the fire was fully controlled, lives had already been lost. Families waited. Shopkeepers cried. Bodies were pulled from rubble. Officials promised investigations. But Karachi has heard these promises before. This fire did not fall from the sky. It was not fate. It was not bad luck. Karachi Metropolitan Corporation audits have repeatedly flagged hundreds of buildings as dangerous, buildings with no fire exits, no sprinklers, no alarms, no emergency planning. Yet these buildings continued operating. Shops remained open. Unions stayed silent. Authorities looked away. When fire starts in a sealed floor, filled with flammable material and spreads upward, that is not an accident. That is negligence. And negligence, when repeated, becomes a crime. Every tragedy follows the same script. After the disaster, committees are formed, statements are issued, blame is shifted, but before the disaster, silence. Safety measures in Karachi are optional. Enforcement is selective. Penalties are rare. Officials admit openly no system can be 100% perfect. But Karachi is not even operating at 10%. This is not incompetence alone. This is deliberate neglect. Here is the central injustice. Karachi generates the majority of Sindh's money. Karachi contributes roughly 98% of provincial income streams. Karachi earns trillions of rupees annually for Pakistan. And what does Karachi receive in return? A municipal budget so small it cannot protect its people. Mumbai's city budget exceeds 600 billion rupees. Karachi's budget struggles around 60 billion rupees. This is not comparison. This is humiliation. Karachi feeds Sindh. But Karachi is starved. Sindh's annual development budget runs close to 1 trillion rupees. In Karachi, death has become routine. People fall into open drains. Motorcyclists are crushed under water tankers. Young men are shot over mobile phones. Factories burn. Markets collapse. And yet life goes on, because accountability does not. Whenever Karachi demands answers, the conversation is diverted. Emotions are questioned. Motives are doubted. Blame is politicized. But grief is not politics. Dead bodies are not propaganda. This is not about parties. This is about governance. Officials claimed fire tenders arrived within minutes. Eyewitnesses say otherwise. Families escaping the building reported flames already spreading when they left. Different timelines, different truths. In emergencies, delay kills. And even a 20-minute delay is fatal. Fire tenders were announced. Snorkels were ordered. Equipment was showcased. Years later, delivery never happened. Paper announcements saved faces, not lives. Behind every statistic is a face. A shopkeeper, a worker, a child. Families don't ask for speeches. They ask for safety. They ask, why were exits locked? Why were inspections ignored? Why was corruption allowed to kill? This is not an anti-Sindh story. This is not against Sindh. This is for Sindh. Because corruption does not spare rural areas either. It only protects the powerful. Accountability benefits everyone, except those who profit from chaos. Justice means independent fire safety enforcement, transparent budget tracking, city-controlled revenue authority, criminal accountability for negligence. Without this, tragedies will repeat. Karachi does not want sympathy. Karachi wants fairness. The city that feeds Pakistan should not burn unattended. This fire is a warning. Ignore it, and the next tragedy is already waiting. This documentary does not soften reality. When public funds meant for fire safety are delayed, diverted, or disappear, people burn. When audits flag massive irregularities and no one is held accountable, negligence becomes policy. When buildings declared unsafe remain operational, responsibility shifts from accident to culpability. This is not rhetorical exaggeration. This is cause and effect. Corruption here is not abstract. It has smoke. It has flames. It has names that never come home. This video is based on publicly available information, eyewitness accounts, and media reports available at the time of production. The purpose of this content is public awareness and journalistic analysis. It does not intend to defame, accuse, or target any individual or institution. Viewers are encouraged to verify facts independently and form their own conclusions. Karachi has survived earthquakes, floods, political turmoil, and economic collapse. But what it cannot survive is indifference. We do not need to reinvent fire safety. The codes already exist. The systems already exist. The knowledge is already written. What we need is the courage to enforce it, and the honesty to admit that every death caused by negligence is not fate, it is a decision. To the people of Karachi, demand safety. Demand accountability. Demand your right to live in a city where a spark does not become a tragedy. Because Karachi does not need more condolences. It needs change. Today, not tomorrow. This is your city. This is your fight. Stay alert, stay aware, stay alive. And keep demanding what Karachi deserves. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and share and ask your selective representatives in provincial and federal government.